I'm Anil Kumar, and here is an interesting question on linear equations. The question is, write an equation of a line through points -1, 6 and 5, 2 in point slope form. Then calculate x and y intercepts. So let's begin with developing an equation in point slope form. So what is the equation in point slope form? The equation in point slope form is y minus y1 equals to m times x minus x1. Now in our case, we are given 2 points, but we are not given slope. So we need to find the slope first, right? Now how can you find slope? Slope you can find by using the slope formula. Now slope formula is, let me write again, slope formula is m equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. That is slope formula. So, and what we are given here is the 2 points. That means we are given x1, y1 and x2, y2. So we are given x1, y1 as equal to, let us say, -1, 6 and x2, y2 as equals to 5, 2, right? Using these values, we can find the slope. So let's find the slope first, right? So we say slope of the line which goes through these 2 points should be 2 minus 6, that is the change in y values, over change in x values, which is 5 minus minus 1, right? 2 minus 6 is -4, and 5 minus minus 1 is 6. So we could write this in simplified form. Let's simplify it. So we can write this as -2 over 3. So this is simplify. It's kind of important to reason out each steps in geometry. So that is why I'm writing these reasons on the side also. Now we know the slope and we can use one of our points. So let us use the point, let me say x1, y1 here, right? We'll use this point and we found slope as -2, -3. So now we have slope of -2, 3 and x1, y1 as -1, 6, right? Knowing that, we can write equation in point slope form. Point slope form equation is y minus y1. So point slope form. So we'll use this equation, which is y minus y1 times m times x minus x1. Now in this case, y1 is 6 for us. So y minus 6 equals to slope is -2 over 3 x minus x1, which is -1. So it is +1. So that becomes our equation in point slope form. Correct? Now second part of this question is to find x-intercept and y-intercept. Okay, so two things we need to figure out. One is x-intercept and the other one is y-intercept. Okay, so let's try to find x-intercept first. X-intercept means what? X-intercept means that y equals to 0. That is the meaning of x-intercept, right? So we'll substitute y equals to 0 here and find the value of x. So we get 0 minus 6 equals to -2 over 3 x plus 1. And now we can solve this, right? So we can multiply both sides by, we have -6 here, by 3 over 2. So we do 3 over 2. And so we get x plus 1. And from here we can simplify and get the value of x. Now this is -9, correct? So -6 times 3 over 2 is -9, and from here we get x as equals to, we can subtract 1, so we get -10, correct? So the x-intercept for us is -10, 0. So that is the x-intercept. Now let's try to find out what is the y-intercept. Y-intercept is a point where x is equals to 0, right? So now x equals to 0. So in the same equation, which is y minus 6 equals to -2 over 3 We'll substitute x as 0, so we get 0 plus 1. So we can write this as y equals 2. We'll add 6 on both sides, right? Now here, minus 2 over 3 times 1 is minus 2 over 3, and we can add 6 now to this. Correct? Solve this, so we get minus 2 plus 6 times 3 is 18 divided by 3, and that gives us the y-intercept as 16 over 3, and therefore we can write down that the y-intercept is 0, 16 over 3, right? So that is how we can find x and y-intercept after finding the equation of the line. I hope that is clear. Thank you and all the best.